Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mixed Mowers. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at a Hayter 41 auto drive electric start. It came up on the local selling sites, and the gentleman who I was talking to, I think his name was Jim, or Bill, one or the other, I can't remember. However, I think he watches the show. He says, is that Mixed Mowers? Yeah, that's me. He said, blimey, okay, no worries, so come and get it. So picked up this little Hayter 41, and he said he's now upgraded because his little Hayter 41 is refusing to start. He's tried it all and what have you, and he just will not have it at all. It's got a quantum on there. So we'll have a look at that, shall we? But before we get on, I've got a plethora of stickers. If you remember the other week, I asked about, because I've upgraded my toolbox, and I've moved some stickers over from this toolbox here, which is due to go, onto my sticker wall, and some of the stickers did actually rip. So I have put a shout out, so if anyone wants to send me a sticker, they can do so. So I've got my first one is from James Gibson on YouTube. Go and check out James. Thank you very much for the sticker, James. Much appreciated. I've also got here one sticker from Martin over at Butler's Empire. So thank you very much, Martin. I didn't have that one before, which is cool. There's another James Gibson double. I've also got a double from Mr. Andrew Throne, because his sticker actually ripped as well. So thank you very much, Andrew Throne. Much appreciated, buddy boy. Double for him. I've got a one here from Project Man, which is Gary, which is Martin's son. So thank you very much, Gary, over at Project Man channel. Thank you very much indeed. Go and check him out. He's cool. And then I've got some of these from me old mucker over in America, the original Mowers and Blowers, Henry. He sent me one here that says Mowers and Blowers, YouTube, eBay, Dunsky, hologram sticker. He's also sent me a Mowers and Blowers with a Union Jack, a Stars and Stripe with a YouTube symbol on as well, from Mowers and Blowers. And another hologram one, Mowers and Blowers YouTube there as well, with checker plate, which is quite nice as well. So I've got 2 or 3 from Henry, my old mucker over at Mowers and Blowers. So go and check out Mowers and Blowers, the original, which is cool. So thank you very much, guys and girls. I should put all of them onto my sticker board, and they take pride of place. So that's good. So we look at this Hayter 41. As I say, my workshop's a bit of a mess. We've had some absolutely horrendous weather, and I mean rain, and we had hailstones like golf balls the other day coming down. It was horrendous. But I would like to get some of these mowers up and running, because it is bank holiday weekend coming this weekend, so hopefully we can get a few sold, which would be great. If this is the first time you're watching Mixed Mowers, hit the subscribe button, whack your bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told when I've done a video or 2 on my Saturday night weekly live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty, and let's check out this Hayter 41 and try and find out why it won't start. Right, here it is, little Hayter 41. It's in a bit of dirty shape, but nothing we're not used to. Bit of fuel in there. Now he said it was running, but just stopped on him, or won't start. Just checking to see if it's choking, and it is. So it is choking. There is fuel. And that dead man is. That dead man's making a switch. Yeah, that's all right. That's good. Right, so on to choke. Nada, not a bean. So let's put a new plug in, because the plug in there doesn't look very new. Brand new NGKO, coming out as a champion. I've got my mate Jim next door, he's doing grass cutting by the sounds of it. So champion coming out, brand new NGK going in. See if that makes a difference. HTD seems to be okay. Let's try that. Nothing. Okay, let me get a clamp. Normally they're pretty good. these old machines. Let me get a clamp. So what I want to do is I want to check, see if we've got a spark. If it ain't got a spark, it ain't going to do nothing, is it? I put a clamp on, which will activate the dead man. We're going to remove the said plug again. And this time we're going to put the HT lead back on. I'm just going to fit that somewhere where I can see it. Now you guys won't see it, I will. Let's bring it around here. Perfect. Perfect, that is. Right, give it a pull. I'm watching for a spark. Nothing. No spark. No spark. Right, let's get up on a bench. That gives a bit of a clue. And then we'll go from there, I suppose. Up on a bench. Right, so we get into it. No spark on this machine. So what I want to do first off is want to expose the engine top. I want to double check it's actually clearing the engine brake. It's very dusty up here, which I can probably do just by bringing that in, looking over the top, make sure it's actually clearing. Here it is. By activating the switch, there's a switch here. Wanted to see if it's actually clearing the switch, and it is. So it's not that. Right, what do we want, Mick? I don't want about an 8mm. Let's get a battery from the old DeWalt. Let's do that. All right. And we're going to remove said top off this Quantum. Dropping these little tiny 8mm. I tend to always fall down in the depths. Let's get a little tray or something to put them in. In fact, I'm going to use the old Quantum cover to put my bits and bobs in. That'll be lush. Good. Right, I can now tip this tank back a bit, not too much, don't go too mad. I want to get to this recoil assembly, that's what I want to get to. I want a 10mm, so I can take off the pull cord assembly, the actual pull cord itself, up the top here. Just loosey-goosey that one up. That's better. I can then bring down the pull cord off of the machine. That's it. That's that. Do that back up, I don't lose no bits. Then I want a 3/8. I need to get myself a set of 3/8 and what have you, long reach. And we've got one here, one over it. This has been serviced or been looked after by a company near me in the past. Dropped a bolt. So you go and find one of them bolts just dropped down. Also got a bolt right down here in the depths as well to remove, and there'll be a little tiny bolt there and a spacer which I want to take out. There's a spacer. Come on, that's it. This engine is, there's nothing really but other than just really dirty. So the tank now lift out. I can then get hold of that or a bolt there to remove, I think. That's it. That come off as it is. It may do, it may not. It does. Okay. That all comes out. Right. So now we've exposed the engine itself. I need to just double check this tank because I'm not sure if that's actually got a split in there. I think it has. That's leaking. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that tank's got a leak. So the tank's no good. It's got a crack in it. I've got a spare Quantum down there, have a good tank. So I'll be looking to change it over at some point. Whilst you're in here, now's a good time to actually just have a good clean up and what have you. But this is where I want to get to, this little coil here. Because I've got a sneaky suspicion the coil might be done, or as Henry from Mowers and Blowers calls it, a done ski. So we're going to remove that. We're going to remove that. Start going, oh, this engine's just dirty. Bits and bobs everywhere in here. Leaf litter and all sorts of stuff going on. So, I want to get a quarter socket so I can remove that coil. And I'm going to test that coil up to see what's actually going on with that coil. I'm a little bit, not concerned, but I have a sneaky feeling the coil might be toast if it's not putting a spark out. Before I do that, I'm just going to double check this switch one more time. Yeah, that switch is working. There's nothing wrong with that switch. That switch is fine. So we're going to remove the coil. Now this coil actually does look a little bit rusty. Okay, it is not rare, but it is quite unique that the coil is done. Not normally an issue on these big quantums. But what I'm going to do is, this coil is rusty as hell. So the first thing I'm going to do is give this coil a good sanding off with my wire brush and clean the magnets off. And I'm going to reinstate it and test the coil once I've cleaned it off, see what we're putting out, and then we'll go from there. I'm not seeing no nicks in the coil, nothing like that, nothing untoward. So it may just want the coil, just want cleaning up. Right, it's over here now. All I'm going to do is just going to pinch that coil without damaging it in my vise, and then with my wire brush on the drill, give it a clean. And you'll see all that rust coming off these terminals. Because if it's rusty, it can't make a good connection. And the back side as well. That's a bit cleaner. We get a bit of sandpaper, which I actually have to hand here. That's quite lucky. That wasn't planned. Came with a little bit of carburetor spray as well, just to bring the faces up, clean all this rust off. But straight away, you know, it could be just a dirty coil, but we'll test it anyway. With that done, all I'm now going to do is just going to give the flywheel the same treatment on the magnets, just to give it a clean up as well, get rid of the rust there, and then readjust this coil. Maybe coil is slipped. I doubt it. Don't generally. Right, let me give the old flywheel a quick clean up too. Right, so that coil's now been cleaned up. Just going to prop this here somewhere if I can, just to show you what I've found. If I can prop it up, baby. Let's try that. Somewhere there. Go on, stand up. Okay, right, you see that? Yeah, somewhere there. It might be a bit bright for, I don't know, we'll see. Right, so this coil, if I test it, I'm going to put the positive on the HT lead. Okay. Hold it in there. That's in the HT lead cap. And now we're going to test. Just don't want to stand up. Let's go down in there then. That's gotcha. Right, there you go. Let's come down a bit so you can see what's going on. Bear with. There you go. Right, how's that? That better? That's better. A bit more professional there, Mick. There you go. Right. So originally I tested this coil with nothing. Give it a clean up, okay? And now we're pumping out 4.2, 4.2, spurious number, 4.2, okay? If you test it here, nothing. Test it here, nothing. Test it on the shiny bit, 4.2. So it's telling me it's a good coil. 4.2 is a good coil, right? But if you test it on the rusty bit, you get nothing, okay? So that's telling me the coil is actually good, right? So it could just be a simple case of a dirty coil. So what I'm now going to do is blow this off, and I'll come back and we'll refit this. I need to double check continuity through here, make sure there's nothing burred up and snapped in here, okay? But we'll check the continuity in a minute. And you can do that, if I can do it now. All you got to do is set your machine to continuity, right? Down there. You test your coil lead so it goes beep. Beep. You put one end in here on the end of a switch, one end on the wire, if I can find it. It's a bit wet. Where is it? It did beep and I heard it. Just trying to find out what it is. I heard it go beep, didn't you? I did hear it. I'll give it a blow off. There you go. So there's continuity. So we have got continuity between one end of the wire and the other. Okay? So the wire's good. Alright? So that's that. So let me blow it off. I'll be back in 2 ticks. Right, that's a bit better. I'm absolutely smothered. That's a bit better. No cracks in the intake. This does all look bent to me. This looks like it all wants to come up. I don't know what's going on here. That all looks well bent to me. Looks like it's all coming downhill. I'll figure that out in a bit. But that's at least my concerns at the moment. So get the coil in. Now these coils only go one way up. Okay, it'll say on here this side out, and it'll say cylinder side. So cylinder side goes down. Okay, this side out is up. Okay, we're going to put the tab on first, which I have cleaned up as well. Get that on. That's it. Offer the old coil into place. I then want to find the 2 bolts that sit into the coil. Bearing in mind these have all now been cleaned off. Start them off. Pull that coil back a touch. I want to get my technical card. Terrell fixes all. Teeth like a picket fence, eyes like an otter. Stick the card in. Get it to fit. All right. Spin the old magnet round till the old magnets hit the flywheel and pull it into place. Right. Nick that up. That one moved out then. Better. Right, we're happy with that. Take my old card out. There you go. Put that back for next time. So that's good. All right, let's check that. Where's that recoil go? I just want to double check that recoil. Just if I need to do a pull cord on, I'd rather do a pull cord now then later on, but I can't even see the pull cord. What do I do with it? Anyone see it? Oh, it's down here. So I'll check this pull cord. Just for condition. It looks alright actually. It's not too bad, but it looks a bit short. So yeah, I'm going to do a pull cord change on this. You don't got to see that. I'll do a quick pull cord change. I'll be back in 2 ticks. Right, coil's fitted. New pull cord on as well. Oh, I didn't have a nut down there. I need to find that nut, didn't I? I didn't do that. Right. And I don't know where it went. Got a good blowout down there, don't I? No idea. Any idea, people? I'm hoping it didn't go in the oil. Oh no, there it is. I can see it. A bit of dirt in that oil. I might have you, but I have to drain all that out anyway. Yeah, there's a bolt there. I can see it. Right, let me retrieve that. It's right down the depths. Let me retrieve that. Oh, it is. I got it. That's the last thing I wanted, that to go in the oil pan. Then we would have been in trouble. Right. That can all go back on there now. That really wants to go on that side there, Mick. That's it. That's better. Right, it goes down there. I'll get my 3/8. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got all of them. I've got my D-walt. Large extension bar, which I'll put away. Pardon me. And then we just fish this pull cord assembly back down. Just loosey-goosey it. Without trapping nothing, of course. Stick you down through there. So you're out of the way. I'm not catching on nothing. It's a bit better. There you go. That cable there wants to go up on top. Push that all down. Happy. Happier. And these can start to be wound down. Just do them all 4 corners, just do them loose for now. These ones I always drop. Especially this one, goes right in the way. So I've got to take the fuel tank off yet. Because it's got a crack in it. That's that one, that's a bit too much torque for that. Better. Better. Right. That's all now down. I'm going to remove this tank for now, purely because I'm going to be renewing it for another tank. So I'm just going to quickly take it off of there because it has got fuel in it. That's it. Tip it up the other way. I've got a donor tank for that I can put on, which is no biggie. But now I can get a spark plug. Put that on there. And we'll test for spark now, which I can probably do down here. I'll just get this to sit right. Some of it. Dead man's pulled in. No spark. Weirdo. Okay, so we had a good reading. Anything over 2 thou is actually a good reading, so I'm not quite sure what's going on yet. Let me squeeze that up. Get a bit of a better connection on that. Try and force that into there. That's it. Okay. Right, so this is where we're at, people. Let me just get my microphone out so you can hear me. It's better. Coil that was on there originally, 4.2 coming out. No spark. Okay, I've just taken the coil off of a donor machine, which I'm stripping. Roughly the same readings, all bar 0.1. Okay, 4.3 is coming out. And now I have a spark. So the coil is at fault. But what part of the coil, as of yet, I don't rightfully know. I've got to try and digest some of that. 4.2 should start that coil. I should spark that. Should spark that spark plug. Because 4.3 is. So that I've got to sort of figure out in my own head yet what's going on with that. But anyway, we now have a donor tank going on. Although that hose pipe don't like go on there. I want to cut that back a bit. That's as sloppy as Joe, that is. Who's Joe? That's a slightly thinner diameter. I'll come back to that. So now, yeah, now we actually have a working coil with a spark. I've tested it. So quick coil change, and now we have a spark. Right, go for a wander. Let's get you set up. I've got no airbox on it yet or nothing like that, but we'll go from there. Let me get you set in position. It's very windy out here still, because the weather's not very good. Some of there, people, happy with that? Right, let's see how we get on then. Now we've got a bit of a spark. On the choke. Let's see what happens here. All power drives, a bonus. Happy with that. Idles. Happy with that. Chokes. That was a bit sloppy there, just tighten that throttle up. Stopping. It doesn't like stopping on full revs. So I might just adjust the micro switch. Oh, it does. Once we're clean. The whole machine's filthy. But whilst we're here, I've just hooked up the battery as well. So let's give the battery a go. I had a spare battery. Well, it works. There it goes. Electric start works as well. Bit of choke. There you go. Power drive, working machine with electric start. Happy. Blinking coils. Right, so there you go. That's that little lawnmower now all up and running. It needs to have a full service, tidy up, all the rest of it. And it was a coil. Not quite sure, and that's the truth, not quite sure as to why the coil was not working. 4.2 on the old coil, 4.3 on the second-hand coil. I've had coils, you know, start on 2.5, you know. So there's something else going on in that coil, I'm convinced of that. I will try and fit it to another machine to test it on something else, but I'm not sure. We'll have a look at it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think. But that should have worked. We've got continuity going on, all that sort of good stuff. So weird, really, really weird. Not quite sure what's going on there, but I do like to try and keep my videos as truthful as possible. I don't try and hide nothing. If it ain't going to start, it ain't going to start, you know. And I'm not going to say, oh yeah, just swap the coil over and try and pull wool over your eyes. It didn't spark, so I put another coil on it and it did spark. So there's something going on with the coil. I do try and be as truthful as I can, because you lot aren't going to catch me out anyway. So that's cool. Super happy. It'll have a new air filter. It'll have an oil change, a bit of a spray up on the old guards and what have you. I've got lots of stuff I can use for donors. It's already had a new pull cord, a general tidy up, and we've got a lawnmower that will pull start, electric start, and drive. Super happy. And that machine was, if it wasn't me sold as spares or repair, would have gone down the old scrappy and would have been tipped. So there you go. So it's good. I need to check out the air box. It looks to be a bit drunk. I'm not sure what's going on there either. It's just a bit on lopsided. I suppose it depends which way you look at it. Look at that way, not too bad. But that way looks really bad. So I'll sort that out. Anyway, if this is your first time watching Mixed Mowers, hit the subscribe button, whack your bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told when I've done a video, or two, I'm on my Saturday night wiki live stream, which will start at 6:30 PM UK time. I look forward to the next episode of Mixed Mowers very, very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.